Hello. Okay, this is going to be the planning tag video. I got it from Brittany K, who is now Naturally Thrifty Mom, if you don't already know. So I'm going to try to make this video short. Number 1, will you find out the gender? We have already found out the gender, and as you can see by the colors, it's a boy. Number 2, will you use a pacifier / dummy? I call it a pacifier, and yes, I plan on using one as long as it doesn't interfere with breastfeeding. And I have found that the Gerber Nook pacifiers are the ones that most resemble a natural nipple, so those are the ones that I plan on using. Yeah. Do you have any nursery ideas? Well, our nursery is done. So we basically just went blue and green and stripes and polka dots. So it's very, it's calm boyish, but not too boyish. Are you the first, middle, or last of your friends to TTC? I probably fall into the middle because there are some of our friends already have kids and some of them don't yet. So I fall about the middle. One has a 2-year-old, one has a 1-year-old, and then there's us, and then there's a few that aren't even engaged yet, but probably will be. So yeah. Will you get or use hand-me-downs? I have already gotten hand-me-downs, which I love, and I will use them definitely. I've picked up stuff at thrift stores just around town. I mean, if it's in good condition, why not use it? Like, it's crazy not to. However, I will not use hand-me-down car seats that are expired, obviously. As long as the expiration date is okay, I'll use them, but we have our new car seat anyway, so that's alright. How close in age would you like your children? I'd like them fairly close. My husband is 5.5 years older than I am, so he agrees with me that they should be fairly close, although I think he wants them to be closer than I do. I think 1.5 years apart is okay. So, yeah, we'll see. Will you make your own baby food? This is something that I've thought about a little bit, but not a whole lot. I think I might try it. I mean, I'm not die-hard into that stuff. I will buy the canned stuff and I will not feel guilty about it. But something like, if I'm cutting up fruit, I might just throw it, in a blender anyway, but or food processor or whatever. So we'll see. I don't know. I haven't really decided. Will you co-sleep? I can't predict the future, but I don't want to physically co-sleep with my baby in our bed. There will be a bassinet beside the bed, so if you consider that co-sleeping, then yes. But, and if I'm breastfeeding, there's obviously going to be times where I'll bring the baby into bed with me, but for the most part, no, it'll be bassinet to crib within a few short months, so. Will you use a stroller or pram? Yes, we have a stroller. It's a travel system that we already got a long time ago. So yes, I plan on walking frequently with it, so. Will you go back to work or stay at home? I'm going to be staying at home for at least a year. It depends if I can find childcare or not, because there's a list to get into daycare, and the youngest they take is 16 months. So, and they only have 2 16-month-olds. So, I could be staying home that long. I would like to stay home forever. But, yeah, so that's the plan right now. How long would you leave your baby to cry before getting them? Not very long. I'm the person that likes to soothe a crying baby, and I mean, at first, newborns, that's all they know how to do. That's the only way they communicate. And to develop that bond is really important. So at first, I wouldn't leave them at all. But as they get older, yeah, I'm probably going to let them self-soothe because, I mean, you can't just come running to their beck and call. Once they figure out how to manipulate you, it's a little different. So, how often will you bathe your child? Probably every other day. I know that in the beginning, the oils are good for their skin, and if you bathe them too much, it'll dry out their skin. So, probably every other day. Will you do extended rear-facing car seat? I do plan on using, I don't know what extended means, but we have a rear-facing car seat, and it's one that goes up to 35 pounds. So I plan on using it a little bit longer than the average rear-facing. Most car seats are up to 22 pounds rear-facing, and then switch to the big ones. So most people, by 6-7 months old, their kid is in a big one rear-facing. But I hope to keep him rear-facing probably more than a year old, just because they say it's safer now to do that. So we'll see. Will you breastfeed, and if so, for how long? Yes, I plan on breastfeeding. I do not know how long. Depends how well it goes. If it goes extremely well, I plan on breastfeeding for at least 6 months. A year is pushing it. I don't know if I'd be able to do it that long. I don't know. I haven't really thought too much about it. It's more about baby's cues and what works for both of us. So, and depending when I go back to work too. When will you introduce solids? I think 6 months is the general age, they say, and there's studies out there that say if you introduce it earlier, your baby is at higher risk of this and that and whatever. So they say breast milk itself is good until 6 months. I might introduce some stuff at 5 months, obviously nothing processed or high in sugar or anything like that. So again, it's playing it by ear and baby's cues. Do you want a boy or girl first? Well, we're having boys, so we're having a boy first. Do you have any names picked out yet? Yes, we have about 3 names, I think. We are not telling anybody, so I'm sorry, but you will not know until after he's here. How many kids do you want? 2 or 3. Preferably, if we have one of each, we might stop. We probably will stop. If we have 2 the same, then we might try for the opposite gender. So 2 or 3. Will you homeschool? No. I do consider myself pretty good and pretty intelligent with stuff like that, but school is a very, very good thing for kids. It's very good for their social life, and I strongly believe in it and what it does, so I do not plan on homeschooling. Home or hospital birth? Definitely hospital birth. I would love to do a home birth, but I just don't have the guts. I wouldn't want anything to happen and blame myself, and I know that you can get right to a hospital and whatever, but hospital, just they can watch it more closely, and if there's an emergency, they can take care of it a little faster. So, planned C-section, epidural, or natural birth? Natural birth, hopefully. Where I'm going, they do not offer an epidural unless there is an on-call anesthesiologist there. So it's natural for me. Unless something goes wrong, then there will be a C-section. So hopefully natural. Will you drink whilst pregnant? No. Absolutely not. I won't even take a sip. They say that there's no proven amount that is safe, so why would you even go there? Will you cloth diaper or use disposables? Disposables all the way. I am not a cloth diaper person, and I never will be. I know that it's better for baby, but I just cannot handle the whole washing out, and it's not for me. Disposables are there for a reason, and yeah, that's what we're going to use. Okay guys, hope you liked it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Bye.